of the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there. 42 yards. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there. How about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow.
Kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second and 5.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. So that'll back them up 5.
false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Looking to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play that time for Cleveland.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
And the final readout on next-gen stats, remarkable. That ball traveling close to 80 yards in the air.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Brown going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Touchdown, Browns. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Again, it'll be Dorsett. Fights through him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. And I think the Browns got it. They did. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. On the handoff, this is Brown. Dodges him at the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On 1st down, it's Brown. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Right back to Brown. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And it's caught. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
A try here for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Not much there, only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line.
Let's go. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They run the counter. It's ball. And he'll be brought down. That's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around the finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They give it to Brown. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Complete to Newsome. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Let's go. And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
1st down, Browns.
They'll run on 1st down. Brown. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking it in from the 20. And the Browns have moved out in front.
So what a comeback here. They looked like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a fourth-quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And to cap it off, a touchdown run of 20 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So now the Cowboys down by 7. And time, a huge factor. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Pearson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Connecting with Hill. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. He's back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Space to run past the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
First down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Dorsett making the catch.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Point after here coming up. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. From the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25.
Here we go.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Second down at 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And they're going with some extra beef up front. They've got to have this one in overtime. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 124 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
And nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Back to throw here. In trouble, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
I remember when I was a kid, and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. On 1st down, Brown stays on his feet, and this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, four in the game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll look to throw. They complete it to Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area. So it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, what was the term that you just used a minute ago?
Well, especially in overtime, mistakes get magnified, so it's time for us to get our microscopes out, right? I mean, take a look at what's going on out there. That was very close to being a crucial play.
Yeah, got to look that ball in, didn't, and it hit the ground. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And now the timeout comes in with just 1 second left in overtime. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a good time in Big D tonight. The Cowboys have won it. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.